Hey everyone, I'm live. Hola. I just got a little X here. I think I'm going to do something with perception. A big tree here in the middle, then going back off into the distances here. Everything. Bushes here going back. And try and get some perspective going on in here. The mountain's not going to be there. I think I'm going to end up making a huge mountain back here, but we'll see. I'm trying to use up my paint on this palette. So I'm doing a spiral sky in the back. It's been working out pretty good. I think I'm going to try the same thing here. Let me start with a little, we'll start with a little white in the middle here. And really, I'm going to try and get a cool spiral going here on the sky with red, oranges, blues, purples, and just mix it all together as I'm going here. I kind of want it, I want it more of a pastel looking, so I'm adding a little white to. Basically, my trees are going to pop off into the sky here eventually. Get a nice spiral looking sky. And then I could probably do, we'll do some spiral clouds in there too, going the other way. Like, that looks pretty cool so far. I don't want to overdo it. I do want it to be white in the center though. I don't want to lose the spiral look. Now I'm going to get some blue, some light blue. I'm kind of just letting it all mix together here. It dries fast. This is like paint, so you got to wet your brush to get it to mix here on the edges like this. I did a painting like this the other day, and I put some dark flowers over the top of this. The contrast was really nice. Having a light sky. This is a bright sky, but it's still, I put some in there to give it that pastel look. Now I want to get a little darker out here. I'll just mix a little more my red into the blue and get a purple color here. It's Sunday. This is the day I got to go to bed early, so it's kind of weird. I got up at 11 o'clock this morning, so I mean, more than half my day is done because I have to go to bed at, tonight I have to go to bed at 6 p.m. so I can get up at 1:30 in the morning. Mixing a little more blue in there so it's just not one color. All right, I kind of like that. That's a nice looking sky there. You really got to work it. This this acrylic paint, you got to use a wet brush. You want to get this effect. You got to work it from the center out and make sure your brush is wet so the colors blend together. If they don't blend, it's just going to look like it's going to be rough looking, you know. Down here, I'm just going to have some crossroads, and I'm going to put a tree in the middle here and have it going off, smaller trees off into the distance here. I'll probably put the tree about this tall here and then have them getting smaller down the road both ways. This is going to be a brown dirt road. So I'm going to mix burnt umber, black, and a little red violet. I'm just going to put it in dark for now, and then I will put different tones in it in a little bit. I'll probably call this one the Crossroads. I'm sure if you've been out hiking, you've ran into this situation here. I just thought of this morning, this idea. I mean, I'm just rolling with it. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I've been away for a while. I've been working on my portraits lately, so I mean, I always do, landscapes are my main thing, of course, but lately I've been trying to get some portraits done. So far I'm doing portraits that are kind of like, they're more like comic book portraits, which is alright. I'm not trying to make them look like fine art. Alright, there's roads. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and try and get the distance done right now. We'll add a little light color here. See if I can get this to look like it's going off into the distance here. It's like putting a little light brown on top here. Get like a head start on my visual here. Blend it in. So that hard edge underneath. Alright, there we go. That looks cool. It looks like there's maybe some wetness on the road. I'll work it a little more. So I'm just going to put green grass down in here for now, just to get something deeper. I put a little bit of black and white white in it to get like a darker green so it doesn't look so. That way I can throw some highlights out there later. Most of this is going to be covered with trees back here anyway, so I'm just putting it down there for reference so we can kind of see how it's looking. Same thing with, so I'm going to lighten that up back there. Just with a little light green. It helps it look like it's further away. Wow, so far it's looking pretty good. I got one person watching. Hey, good morning. Happy Easter. Who is this? Miss Faizan. Really fun. Creating something that I saw in my mind right here. These are crossroads. When you go out hiking, you know, sometimes you got to make a decision which way to go. So far, that looks pretty cool. I could probably just sell it just like that. Let me go ahead and even up my in here. There we go. Just to make it look smooth back there. I'm not usually that picky about the lines. I see I got a lot of likes, but only one person is watching. That's all right. I know it's Sunday. Everybody's busy. It's Easter. So that, look at that. I just came up with this, laid this out with a pencil, a line back here, and I put a little X in it for roads, and then I spiral sky, and there we go. Look how cool that looks. Just that much right there. So much I'm going to take a screenshot of, I'm going to take a picture of it because I might do a video of a shorter video on how I did this. Yeah. So this is cool. Yeah, I started out with, I put a line back there, and then I put an X shape in here with a pencil, and then I do a spiral sky, green grass, and brown roads. And this is what I got so far. That looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to put the trees in. The tree is going to be one that starts right in the middle here and going off to the distance there on both sides. So the trees are going to be pretty dark because I like the contrast of dark green on this light color. So instead of using dark green, I've made a little bit lighter green. It's like a grayish green. Let's put a tree right here. I think I'm going to do these tall, skinny trees that kind of come down like this. And come in at the bottom like this. And that tree trunk here. Perfect. Perfecto. I want to have more trees. These will be getting smaller as they go back. It's going to look pretty cool. I wanted to do something with perspective, so now these trees should be getting closer and closer as you go back. I'm going to have to get a smaller brush, I think. They should start to like come together way in the distance there. These aren't trees. These are going to be trees with trunks for sure. But either way, it could be an evergreen tree. But that looks pretty good so far. I didn't use totally dark green. I mixed a little white. I mixed a little bit of black and green, and I mixed a little bit of white in it to dull it down a little bit. Wow. I'm really digging. I think when I put the tree trunks in, it's going to look awesome. I found this cool, I found this website where they sell art on, you could submit your art to this website and accept you. They will take care of framing it for you. They'll sell it for you, and then they give you 60% of the sale, and they make sure the buyer gets a decent product. I sent them I sent them one painting I did to see if I could get accepted in there. Because they sell the paintings at like a really high end prices, you know. It's looking really good. I gotta start getting smaller over here. Alright, something like that. Really digging that. What would really make this look cool is if this kind of a little bit swaying at the top a little bit. More branches hanging off. Wow. Need some noise in here. Just some noise going on in between them. All right, there we go. Man. That is something else. I'm really digging this, guys. This is totally different than from the landscapes I usually do. So I think I'm going to do flowers and flowers here. Probably blue flowers over here and yellow flowers over here. And then maybe some of this pink color. So blue, pink, yellow. And then I'll put dark bushes along the edge of the pathway. Let me hit a highlight button here. Let's see who's in this morning. Ruben. Yeah, I love that sky too, man. It's, you know, better than like a boring sky. Boring blue sky. Yeah, I'm really. I'm trying to use dark colors to make it look kind of realistic, but I'm using this inexpensive acrylic paint, so I should do this in oil. I should do this design in oil paint. It'll look so cool. It'll look the realistic side with the oil paint. Yeah, that's what I'll do tomorrow. Not tomorrow, I got band practice after work. Got to pick Lisa up at the airport tomorrow after work. Then we're going to live on YouTube. And so this week I'm going to bust the oil paints out because I can paint outside now. I'll have to get the easel ready outside. Because when you do, you're dealing with turpentine and it makes a mess. You accidentally spill that stuff on the carpet, it's over. So I have to do the oil paint outside. It's crazy. Today's the day I go to bed early, and I got up at 11 this morning. And it took me an hour to get dressed to go get a coffee. Went to the store, came home, and it's already after 3 o'clock. I usually go to bed at 6. So I didn't have much of a Sunday, but it is Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Alright, I'm going to do the bushes next along this pathway. I'm going to lighten them up a little. I usually make them dark, but I guess I'll have to. The grass is dark. I'll be careful with this one because I really like it. This is all going to be flowers now. This is going to be a happy painting. Lots of color. Okay, those are going to be, I'm going to lightly highlight them right now. Get some separation on them. Cool. Okay, I'm going to do blue flowers here and yellow over here. I'm going to start out with some dark blue. Some light blue on top of it. Very cool. I guess I should run it like how how the road is going. Look at that. That blows my mind how that could look like a field of flowers already. I just put dark blue and light blue on top. See how I got the dark bushes around the edge of it? Looks so cool. Got automatic shadows in here, see? The darker color. That way I don't have to work it as much. Same thing with the yellow. I use a dark yellow, then a light yellow, then even a lighter yellow. And then I'll put even some burnt umber for the shadows. Let's do the yellow bushes now. This is yellow ochre. I try and let some of the green show through so you can see some underneath. A little bit of yellow. With the yellow, I add a little more to the yellow now, just to get a lighter yellow. It just needs it. It needs like highlights that are a little lighter, especially back here. Then I'll put a little burnt umber for the shadows. Just mainly in the front here. Look at that. Wow. That is looking so cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I know Easter. You guys are probably watching TV or something. I think I'm gonna try. We'll try some purple flowers right here. Might as well. Dark purple. Light purple. Try and get a little detail in there, since it's right in the front there. Alright, it's time to take the tape off. Got stuff to do, but I just want to get the border. I just want to see what it looks like. I used to not like painting on this paper, but now I like it just because of this border that I get, and it really, I see what it's going to look like when it's in a frame. Because I mean, all paintings look much better when they're framed. Any picture. With my canvas art, those people just hang it on the wall with a thumbtack. I'm like, you get it framed, man. It's going to look like a masterpiece. But see how cool it looks with the border around it? I mean, that's why they frame art. It's you could get a crappy painting and frame it. It's gonna look awesome. I like the perspective here. Everything's a little off though. Like my flowers are here, my tree is here, and then this circle is over here. It's like everything is kind of shifted to the left. I didn't really design it perfect, but that's what I like about it. If this was a AI painting, they would have had this light spot right above here. They would have had this perfectly in line with that tree. AI is taking over, guys, but this is my vision here. People AI now, and then they say that it's their own art, you know. But I can honestly say that I designed this on my own, from my own mind. I think it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a big thing in the future. I saw this thing on X the other day. Somebody did a computer AI little short video of these people sitting on a bench feeding the pigeons and the squirrels. But the people sitting on the bench had pigeon heads. People on the ground were little kids eating the breadcrumbs. So the birds were feeding the little kids. Giovanni, how you doing? Happy Easter, brother. And I can only imagine that AI, thank you. I can imagine that AI created that image in less than 10 seconds. And it looked pretty good. It was a human pigeon. A human body with a pigeon head with a hat on and everything. And little kids on the ground. Let's see. I'm trying to stay away from AI. I really think, man, if computer art, you have to sit in front of a computer to do that. Right, drawing on a little tablet, it's like, I don't know if it's the same. They're gonna have to call something else, a different kind of art. Time for the tree trunks. I forgot. I could put the tree trunks in now. When I actually sketched this out, I was like thinking, this ain't gonna look good. Because I put a line here, a pencil line, and then I drew a road going off into the distance here. And then I thought, well, I'll do like a crossroads. And I made this X with the pencils. And that's all I had. A line there, line here, here, and here. And then I thought, well, I'll do a spiral sky, and then I thought I'd put a tree in the middle going off to, that's how it developed. And I'm really digging it. So let me put some tree trunks here. These were supposed to be, they were supposed to be real trees. When I started putting the branches in. But they ended up looking like evergreen trees. I guess that's all right. I'll do another one with round trees, like regular trees. So I'm thinking I should do, I'm going to do the same scene in oil next week. Thanks for watching. I do my coffee, I do it in a, one of those, you put the coffee in there and pour the water in there and mix it up and then you squeeze it down. A French press. They're pretty good. That way I can just do 1 cup at a time as well. You just need to boil the water. It doesn't take long at all. Man, I'm really digging this one, Ruben. I want to do, I've noticed if you like, if like wiggle your branches a little like this, it looks better for some reason. I'm not going to do all those. We'll do a few out here on these bushes. Let's see what it looks like. Since this is pretty dark here. All right. Let's see, what am I going to do with the road? I think that's all I got to do. I want to do a water scene next, Ruben, with the like a big, with the like a boat in the water with some waves. Like a tugboat that has one of those smoky tops, big steam coming out the top with the smoke rolling out of the back of the, like coming in on a big wave. That way I could practice my waters. I don't do very many ocean scenes. I'm at the 1 hour mark. I really like this one. I think I need to put a few rocks in the pathway here. All right, on. I think says I think there's 5 in the chat room. I don't know how that works. You can watch without actually hitting the without hitting the video. You can watch it on the what am I trying to say? Your computer, without actually clicking on the video. We'll put some rocks in here. I gotta figure a way to do the road. I kind of see I can drop off right here. I'll try it. Make a little drop. All right, like it. I'm going to put one of my trees over here, though, coming in off the side. Because I'm not going to put any clouds. So I want something up here in the air. To get some contrast on the sky. That looks so cool. I like it. Doesn't take away from anything. We'll do a small one here so it looks like it's further away. There you go, guys. I'm done. I really dig this one. Took about an hour. I want to do a portrait next. I did slash. Did you guys see my slash? He's got a band now. It's called, I think, The Killing Floor. He's really good. I recently heard one of his newer songs. It's bluesy, real bluesy. That's why I included him in my blues guys. I did Robert and Buddy Guy, myself. Ruben made. I liked your comment on my self-portrait, Ruben. Buddy Guy. I did Bob Dylan because I mean, he's just Bob Dylan, you know. But there we go. Look at this, a Sunday Easter special. Gotta thank the Lord for this one. This is really nice. Even though it's kind of looks thought out, it still looks a little loose. I think if I do this in oil, I'll do it a little loose. I like just throw the trees up there with the brush, like, and not make them so perfectly straight. I think this would look good as impressionism. This scene. I think I could raise the horizon just a little more and make these roads kind of go more at an angle this way to make it look more depth. But this was fun. I know there's more I could do to it, but I'm going to leave it as is. Alright, I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back, guys. Happy Sunday, happy Easter. Cheers.